How you doing? I'm Jimmy. We're making it work. If you're a mechanic or even a do-it-yourselfer with a jump box, I have a JNC4000. Needs a new battery. That's what we're going to do in this video. Got the new battery right here from Amazon. They package it pretty shoddily, but you know, nowadays that's just how things go. You hopefully it's not damaged when we get this out of the box. We're going to cut it open to see. Now there are a bunch of different levels of batteries you can put in these things. Some better than others. This is upside down. Luckily it's sealed. They're lead acid absorbed glass matte. Instead of being individual plates, it's absorbed glass matte, so it makes it more durable. This side up, well, too late for that. It's not labeled on the box or anything which way is up. Get it out of here. We'll see what we got. It's already been upside down. It's not going to hurt it, right? At this point. Instructions. Who needs those? This is tight. That's good. It's actually what you want. I could break the styrofoam, but I don't want to in case I have to send it back or something silly. Now there are tons of these batteries online and on Amazon. This is the one I went with, just based on the specs being a little bit better than the battery that comes with them. I believe the battery that comes with them is 16 or 17 ampere hours. This is a 20. So let's go ahead and get it installed. All right, these boxes, let's see what I have here is a JNC4000. It's been beat up quite a bit. I let everybody use it. Sometimes it gets laid across brackets, and what I'm saying is it bothers me a little bit, but that's all right. It's a tool that gets beat up. There's basically not a lot you can do about it, but a bunch of little Phillips screws. I think there's about there's exactly 9. I don't think there's 9 screws. Should be more than that, I believe. I might have a couple still in place. Let me check real quick. I think I might have put a couple back in while I was waiting on the battery to come in the mail. That's why it looked like I was a couple screws short. That one's out. Oh, there's one in there. One in there. All right, now I should lift off. That's what it looks like inside. Now, my batteries might have a slightly different terminal, but it'll plug in just the same. As long as you have it laid back in with positive on the right side, negative on the right side. The factory battery is a 17 ampere hour. So let me get some tools. I believe these are about 8 millimeters. We'll get these apart. Some of these wires are for sensors, and the heavy ones obviously are the ones that transfer the battery power. So you can jump start vehicles with dead batteries. Now the order that they're on the terminals isn't going to matter nearly as much as making sure they're all on the terminal and you don't miss one. If you miss one, then one of the lights or sensors won't work correctly. There's some little washers on here that are lock washers you definitely want to hold on to. It's a tight fit, which is actually a good thing. I keep these little wires together if I can. Sometimes they'll give you a hard time and they'll fall, and then just take them out of your way. Something like that should work. It might be glued in place, so we're gonna have to get something to get that out of there. I think that has double-sided tape or something like that. Could just be a tight squeeze on the plastic case. Definitely don't want to break anything if you can avoid it. Yeah, I can feel a piece of double-sided tape in the middle of the battery. Generally, if you hold upward on it and be patient, just wait, it'll start to separate. Got it. Oh, except it fell back down on it. Double-sided tape. We don't need none of that. Let's get that other battery out of the shrink wrap, get it back in place. Now this is a Phillips. I'm going to round up some slightly longer screws because we have a few wires to stack up and these screws are a little stubby. Let's go do that and I'll come back. All right, I took the original bolt and nut Since this is a different setup, I cut the head off the bolt, cleaned the threads up and threaded them in there to use them as studs. Now I should be able to connect all these goodies up. Positive on the right, negative on the left. Might have to tweak on these cables a little bit to get them where I want them. It's part of the beauty of not buying the exact battery that it calls for, is that you get to tweak on it a little bit. That's a lock nut, but they have a lock washer too. So I'm going to tighten that one up when I get a wrench. I always put the big cable on first. I don't want the little cables to have the task of holding the larger cable tight. If that makes any sense, I don't know, but that's how it works in my tiny brain. I apologize if I beat you to it. Now you want to be careful if you put power tools in here, you don't touch anything because it's all connected now, right? I'm going to get me an 8mm ratchet wrench, I think, and that should do the trick. I want the wires extended out as far as I can get them, so I'm not shortening my cables too much. They're already a little short, but I'll probably just do it with a regular box wrench just to make it so there's less risk of having a problem. Put that cover back on. As much as I like the little lithium jump boxes for their lightweight and convenience, they just don't stay engaged long enough to drive a car that's not charging back into the shop. You know what? The battery is slightly forward. I need to back it up. There it is. There's going to be quite a few screws to put back in. $13 volts, almost. All it's left now is to find a car with a dead battery, so we can try it out. It's got a dead battery. Negative, positive, positive, negative. That's the negative. Always hook the negative up last. I don't want this to fall. There you go. That's better. Let's fire this thing up. Make sure that new jump box battery works. The moment of truth. Well, the hood doesn't like to stay open, but it started. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you got something from it. Maybe you'll torque the like button or subscribe. That way I can see you in the next video, because you're awesome.